Hi Touch Pals, it's Jason here from Bournemouth Touch Centre in the UK, and today I wanted to just share my backstory with you. A few people have asked me how I got into touch and why I was so enthusiastic setting up touch in the sort of Bournemouth area. So actually it's not quite true, because I didn't set touch up in Bournemouth. That was really set up by a very good friend of mine, Alan Reid, who's now my touch partner at Bournemouth Touch Centre. Essentially, I was a property developer in Bournemouth, and things were going quite well. And I was a member at West Ham, so I was always keen on sports. So I was playing tennis, racquetball, going to the gym, and also playing golf quite a bit as well. And long story short, my property business was going very well, and unfortunately my business partner committed fraud, and that's another story. And it created a lot of challenges in my life at that time, both financially, reputational issues at that time, and also personal challenges, and more stress crept into my life. And you know, eventually I was struggling a little bit with my fitness at that time, and also financially paying £80–90 a month for a sports club for my whole family. And eventually that had to go, and somebody recommended that I started playing touch. I met up with Alan in Merritt Park, and was so taken by the game of touch that I threw myself in 100%, and I could see the potential that the game had. And because I played rugby at private school when I was a youngster, it was just fantastic to get that ball back in my hands and run around in the fresh air, having fun, making new friends, and getting fit, playing touch 2 or 3 times a week. Anyway, so as I got more involved, I loved it so much that I threw myself into touch because I could see the potential. And I should just say at this point that I had been a regular at Bournemouth Sevens, and I was so inspired by Roger Woodhall's event, Bournemouth Sevens, which is one of the biggest sports and music festivals in the world, that I thought that I could create this sort of equivalent festival, a touch festival with hundreds of touch teams coming. And I thought this could be my way out of the property world, which was creating me so much pain and stress at the time. So long story short, I got involved with the touch club down in Merritt Park, and soon started to enjoy the game and help develop the game, really. We built a very good facilitator team. I became one of the lead facilitators, and then we joined forces with the RFU and England Rugby and created one of the first O2 touch clubs in the UK. In fact, we were one of 17. And we were getting regularly between 30 and 50 players at our peak on average. And over the summer, back in the early days, we had up to 70–80 players turning up, having run a beach touch event and been prolific marketers of touch. So we basically promoted online, on television. I'd written blogs, done YouTube videos, and more people started to come down and try touch. And they found, like me, that it was great fun. It was great to be out in the fresh air. It was really good for fitness, and amazing friendships were built. And our touch club back then, we used to play a couple of times a week, social touch one night, and then a performance touch, a development touch group that trained. And long story short was that as we became more successful with our touch club, we started to have challenges from various people in the rugby club, and I think there was an element of jealousy, and they were perhaps frustrated at our success. And obviously we were very prominent with our marketing in papers, on the television, that type of thing. And in the end, we had restrictions on when we could play and where we could play. And also within the group itself, we had different people at different levels, and it became frustrating for some people that wanted to play more and compete, and others that just wanted to play socially. So we had to kind of overcome all of those issues. And in the end, after lots of challenges with our original club and various individuals that started hating on us and attacking us for various different reasons, we decided to set up our own independent touch centre. And Bournemouth Touch Centre then was founded about 3 years ago, and we've never really looked back. We essentially have gone on to run very successful touch sessions. We founded a couple of different touch groups. One was Bournemouth Titans, that have gone on to play and win the DTS and CTS and play in the National Touch Series. And also we founded the Southern Suns group, which was a regional team which have attracted lots of players from across the south, and we've helped coach and facilitate those players so that they could play at the nationals, and then many of those have gone on to play for England at both the Euros competitions, and in 2 weeks' time we've actually got the Touch World Cup in Malaysia, and many of my friends and pals and players are now playing and representing England, so that's a great honour for them. And I also feel very privileged to have played and facilitated, in some ways helped them on their journey. And it's not just about those guys, but also all of the grassroots players who are obviously learning to play touch and having great fun and growing at a level that's right for them. As I said, it's not always been easy along the way. We've had to manage lots of players, difficult players, and we've had floodlights to sort out, and we've had to move centres a couple of times. We've also put on events where we've had people not turn up and all sorts of things. But at the end of the day, it's been a great journey, and I'm absolutely passionate about touch and helping other people to get fit, make friends, and have more fun, if you like. And it's a great way to do that. And I would encourage anybody that's looking for another sport to try, or a way to get fit, then to come along and try touch with us. We'd be delighted to welcome you to Bournemouth Touch Centre, and come and join us on our or in our tribe and on our journey. Thank you very much.